It's a rare day when a president goes to the Capitol to meet only with members of the other party.
Hello, everybody.
President Obama did just that today to fulfill a promise to actively seek bipartisan support for his $825 billion economic stimulus package.
We had a wonderful exchange of ideas, and I continue to be optimistic about our ability to get this recovery package done.
Many House Republicans, though, emerged with a far less positive assessment.
The only thing it will stimulate is more government and more debt, and the president heard that message today.
House Republican leader John Boehner.
What's the biggest obstacle to getting Republican support for this bill?
Well, it's the spending, pushed by liberal Democrats here in the House.
Spending like $50 million for the National Endowment for the Arts, $335 million for educating teens about sexually transmitted diseases, and $200 million for sprucing up the National Mall. Republicans also pushed for more tax cuts, telling the president that much of the spending will be too slow to make much of a difference. Of the $30 billion for highways, for example, only $10 billion will be spent in the first 18 months. And of $18 billion for renewable energy projects, about $3 billion will be spent in that period. But while nearly all House Republicans are expected to oppose the bill in a preliminary vote tomorrow, many commended Mr. Obama for changing the tone and making later compromise possible.
I think what the president did today was make a compelling case that the door's open and that the process is just beginning.
I don't expect 100% agreement from my Republican colleagues, but I do hope that we can all put politics aside and do the American people's business right now.
While on the Senate side of the Capitol today, Mr. Obama paused while waiting for one of his handlers to direct him and joked out loud, "I never know where I'm going anymore."
White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs said today the president will return to Capitol Hill as often as it takes to pass this bill with bipartisan support, even if it turns him into a, quote, walking comment box. Katie?
And Chip, on his first full day on the job, Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner announced new rules governing billions in bailout money still to come. So what can you tell us about that?
Well, Katie, remember that enormously controversial $350 billion that Congress gave to banks, and in the view of most Americans, it just kind of disappeared. Well, now the next $350 billion is about to be given out, and Mr. Geithner would like to bring some order to the process. He issued some rules today. One of those rules restricts the activities of lobbyists in determining where that money goes. And on the same day he did that, he hired a lobbyist for an investment bank as his chief of staff. We're going to be hearing a lot more about that, Katie.
I'm sure. Chip Reid at the White House tonight. Thank you, Chip.